Hello, good morning. It's midweek. My name is Denisia Pomaije, and this is the AM News. The Krase MA Basic School in Ejisu Municipality of Ashanti Region lacks basic academic resources, making it hard to provide quality education. A common feature among the pupils is worn-out school uniforms and dilapidated school buildings. Amponsa Efa Pharmaceuticals has intervened to renovate the school building and provide the students with learning materials to improve the quality of education. Here's a report by Clinton Yeboah.
The Krase MA Basic School is situated in a secluded area of the Ejisu Municipality in the Ashanti Region. Residents are mainly smallholder farmers and traders. The school has a student population of 286 in kindergarten, primary and junior high levels. But the school buildings are not in good shape. The headmaster, Evan Sanan, says some pupils are unable to afford school materials, impeding their learning outcomes.
It was beyond horrible and terrible. But you get to the school and then you see the filthy environment. I mean, talking about the walls, the children walking bare, some be walking from so many miles down to the school without even chalawete. The uniforms, I don't know what color can I give you to the uniforms. Seriously faded. Some don't have it at all. It's going to help us. 1,000 exercise books. It's going to help the children because sometimes as a headmaster, I'll be going around to see. You go to class 2. Girl, boy, what's your book, exercise book? I don't have. And the parent is staying far away, so many miles away.
A needs assessment conducted in the school informed an intervention from Amponsa Efa Pharmaceutical Limited to renovate the dilapidated areas of the school, including the headmaster's office. The company donated teaching and learning materials, including a printer and exercise books. The school also received 200 school uniforms, 15 sporting jerseys, and 100 pairs of footwears. Head of Marketing at Amponsa Efa Pharmaceutical Limited, Fojifa Ametime, says the intervention forms part of the company's corporate social responsibility.
As a company operating within Ejisu Municipality, it behoves on us and through corporate social responsibility to find institutions, individuals and organizations around the operating area that need assistance. So we've been doing it every year, and luckily this year the lot fell on Krase Basic School. So we came here first to look at their condition. We scanned the environment to see which areas they would need our help, and we went back and reorganized and then came back to assist.
The headmaster of Krase MA Basic School, Evan Sanan, appreciated the gesture to aid teaching and learning.
This is a rural school, but the package Amponsa Efa Pharmaceutical Company has brought, I think we go beyond the line. We are building a library. Look at the kindergarten, the KGs. They don't have playing ground. Soon as we get them, I think we will equate ourselves to those schools at Accra or Kumasi.
Community members, including chiefs, the headmaster, all believe the intervention will go a long way to improve the learning outcomes of kids and students here. Reporting for Joy News, my name is Clinton Yeboah.
It's a vast land at Sapelliga, a border community in the Upper West region where both the young and the old from Ghana and Burkina Faso engage in illegal mining. But in a move facilitated by the Ghana Boundary Commission, the Upper East Regional Security Council has asked the miners to pack their equipment and leave. There's more in the following report.
Hundreds of illegal miners have gathered on this site. Many of them attempted fleeing after seeing the personnel from the Upper East Regional Security Council and the Ghana Boundary Commission, but they were asked to stay. Here, one of them who spoke on behalf of the group, Abil Fatau, said some of them used the money from the Galamsey to fund their education.
It's going to be big distance to the society as where we all live. All of us depend on this. Apart from this, there's no source of income we get. On the there's no dam apart from rainy season we farm. There's no dam around here that they will think that we should go and farm. There's no dam, nothing is there. Where we get to eat is just here. The women all come and say they are pure water. All the farm, those at the market. This is where they all depend on. This is where they all depend. they make their interest on everything, they make it on this. Okay. So if they are asking us to vacate on this, and without giving us another alternative to also go and get something on it, I think it's going to be a big harm to the society.
The Ghana Boundary Commission facilitated the exercise to clamp down on the activities of the illegal miners. Its Commissioner General, Major General Yumano Kotia, said the illegal miners, through the activities, continue to destroy Ghana's boundary pillars with Burkina Faso. He said this can lead to disagreements between the two countries if the boundaries are not well defined.
One, there were a lot of interferences so far as our boundary line is concerned. Some of these activities led to the removal of international boundary pillars, and for that matter, there was no clarity so far as the markings of the boundary is concerned. And then, because we have quite a sizable number of people coming from Burkina Faso to do a lot of illegal activities here, if we don't take care, whereas these boundary pillars are removed, some of our territories can be taken or probably can be declared as part of Burkina Faso because these markings are not visible on the ground. That is the reason why, one, we have decided to facilitate the construction of the patrol routes, and that also serves as a marking to the international boundary pillar because just 20 meters away from it. One of the reasons why actually we facilitated the RESEC to come here is for them to understand what is ongoing here, so that RESEC plays a very key role so far as the territorial sovereignty of the country is concerned, especially regions that have boundaries with our neighbors. So we work in collaboration with RESEC to ensure that our boundaries are secure.
Aside from degrading the environment, the head of the Upper East Regional Security Council and the Regional Minister, Fisbin Salis, says terrorists can exploit the unregulated and illegal mining ongoing in the area to fund their nefarious activities.
No. So this time, as I indicated, we've come on a friendly mood. The next time is not going to be this way. Right now, Faso, there are insurgents there, and there are terrorists who want to infiltrate into our country. And to be able to perpetrate what they are doing, they need finance. So they engage in what you people are doing. So in order to save the people of this country, we want to stop issues of this nature so that people don't have means of funding their nefarious activities. So please, it is for that reason that we are putting this measure in place, so that to save this country and to save the people of this country. We are enjoying peace, and we must appreciate the peace we are enjoying.
The minister ordered the legal miners to pack the equipment and leave the area, citing the destruction of the environment and important boundary pillars.
Please, if you want to continue to operate here, as I indicated, do the right thing. We are going to contact the Mineral Commission so that they make this place available to prospective miners, so that you'll be licensed, and then we'll give you the opportunity to operate. But what you are doing currently is unacceptable. It's highly unacceptable. So please take note and know that this is the last time that we are coming here, and this is a stern warning from the Regional Security Council. So take note and begin to pack your tools, right?
The construction of a road that will ensure regular patrols by the security agencies has stalled due to lack of funding. The head of the project is appealing for support to ensure it is completed.
So, however, there are some outstanding works that need to be completed, and this include construction of culverts on the various water crossing points, as you saw some was coming, and also laying of the gravel surface. So, on the whole, the total completed works is about 20%, just about 20%.
What are you selling?
Yes, sir. So we anticipate that within 3 months, when funding is made available, we should be able to finish. And the major challenge that we have here is the lack of funds. So despite the fact that we've raised an interim payment certificate. We are awaiting payment. The gross amount is about 7.4 million. The payment certificate is currently at the road fund and awaiting payment. So once payment is received, we will swiftly move to site and then commence project activities.
Now, the former EC boss and chair of the Ogwa Fetu Afashe Planning Committee, Charlotte Osei, is calling on the people of Cape Coast to use this year's Ogwa Fetu Afashe to unite and build a strong city for the present and the unborn generation. According to her, the historic city of Cape Coast deserves progress, development, and a sound socio-economic environment to improve the lives of residents. She was speaking at the launch of this year's Ogwa Fetu Afashe. There's more in this report.
The Ogwa Fetu Afashe is celebrated by the chiefs and people of Cape Coast every year. This year, the 60th of the festival coincided with the 25th anniversary of the enthronement of the Omahin of the Ogwa traditional area, Osabre Makwesiata II. Students and other interested groups joined a procession of the chiefs and elders through the principal street of Cape Coast. Speaking at the launch, former EC boss and chairperson of the Ogwa Afashe Planning Committee, Charlotte Osei, called for a redefinition of the festival by eschewing conduct that are inimical to the growth of the ancient city.
Cape Coast is a good land, and the people of Cape Coast are good people. This is our history. This is the history of our city. We must build on this history and use it to chart a better future. Our young people need skills and they need jobs. Our people need access to good health care and education. The responsibility to create opportunities for our people is in our hands. Afashe is a time of celebration. It is also a time for reconciliation. Let us bring an end to all the disputes that divide us. Afashe is a time for renewal and for rebuilding. We must use this year's Afashe as a launch pad to rebuild Cape Coast. Led by our Asafo companies and other firsts, this Afashe will be a huge celebration of our culture and our history. It is also a very significant year as we are celebrating the 25th anniversary, the silver jubilee of the enthronement of our own Omahin.
Central Regional Minister Justina Marigodasan called for unity in diversity to build a stronger city. Let me take this opportunity to thank Osabre Makwesiata II for his immense role in ensuring a peaceful city. His love for peaceful coexistence is evident now. Since I assumed my position as the regional minister 4 years ago, we have not really seen any violence in Cape Coast, and thus is impressive. Wherever there is no peace, there is no development, and even marriages do not thrive. The paramount chief of the Ogwa traditional area, Osabre Makwesiata II, also called for unity in order to move the city forward.
Let's do some election stories. Vice President Dr Mahamudu Bawumia has reiterated the NPP government's commitment towards strengthening new businesses through the YEA's Business Empowerment Assistance Program, where up to 10,000 businesses are required to employ 2 people who will be paid an amount of 500 cedis a month by government. A move, he says, forms part of government's job creation agenda. Dr. Bawumia made this statement in Techiman during the Youth Connect program as part of his Bunu Easter. Anna Sabit has more.
When we said we were bringing free senior high school education, my opponent said it was 419. He said it will not work. He said if he had 2 billion cedis, he would not spend it on free SHS. Well, we stuck to our vision and we implemented free SHS. And today, free SHS is working.
This is Ghana's Vice President Dr Mahamudu Bawumia touting the NPP government's ability to introduce the free senior high school policy despite criticisms from the opposition National Democratic Congress. Dr Bawumia noted that the free SHS policy has not only increased enrollment in the schools, but has also bridged the gender gap as well as improved the performance of students across the senior high schools.
We have increased the number of people, students in free SHS from 800,000 to 1.4 million students. And what is even more gladdening about free SHS is that now we have more girls than boys in free senior high school education. And what is even more heartening is the fact that today the performance of our students in the WACC exams has improved tremendously.
Dr Bawumia, who was speaking in Techiman at the Youth Connect program as part of his Bono East tour, revealed the NPP government's quest towards empowering businesses by paying recruits who will be employed by small businesses a remuneration of 500 Ghana cedis a month.
We are doing so much to help the business sector, and for people, the YEA is also going to be for 10,000 businesses. YEA is bringing up the Business Employment Assistance Program, where we can help people to get paid. They can recruit 2 people, and YEA will pay them 500 cedis a month to support the business that is hiring them.
He also revealed government's attempt towards reducing Ghana's reliance on thermal energy generation by introducing about 2,000 megawatts of electricity, a move he said will reduce power costs by some 50%.
We have a vision, and that vision is a bright vision for Ghana. We are going to change so much of what we are doing. We are going to move from fuel to solar power for electricity generation. We are going to bring in 2,000 megawatts of solar, and that will reduce the price of electricity by 50%.
On the issue of internet penetration, Dr Bawumia disclosed that government is working towards making internet available across the country as well as cutting down the cost of data across all networks.
Still on elections, Member of Parliament for Yendi, Farouk Aliyu Mahama, says the rousing welcome Dr Bawumia received on his tour puts to rest the notion that the NPP flag bearer isn't loved by Ghanaians. He says this also shows that the NPP isn't an account party, a reason many Ghanaians will retain the party in its quest to break the eight. Farouk Aliyu Mahama's comments come as Dr Mahamudu Bawumia tours the savannah and northern regions this week to drum home his message to Ghanaians as he seeks election as President of Ghana.
First time a Northerner has been chosen as the presidential candidate. If you get to know, a lot of people have tried to be president. My late father, Alhaji Aliyu Mahama, was the first Muslim vice president to have come from Dagbon, Yendi, who was the first to be vice president for 8 years and had the opportunity to contest to be a leader of the party, and he didn't have the opportunity. So today, if we have from our party, the New Patriotic Party, to produce a Northerner, it sends a lot of signal because it says that the party is not only an account party, it's a party that accepts all tribes, and giving the opportunity to such with a minority type from the north, it tells you that the NPP is poised to recognize all the efforts of all and sundry, both the Dombo, the Damko, and the Buzia tradition. The message of the people in the northern region is very, very clear, and it's the same thing that cuts across all the places, the vice president. He talks about his competence, not necessarily he coming from the north. He's competent, he's brought a lot of innovations to bear.
In a nation thirsting for record-breaking glory, recent attempts by some Ghanaians have been met with rejection by the Guinness World Records. Yet, defying all odds is one-year-old artist Ace Liam, who emerges triumphant, rewriting history as the youngest male artist in the world. My colleague Jacqueline Ansomayabwa has more in the following report.
The record for the youngest male artist remained unchallenged for 21 years after young American Dante Lamp made headlines at the tender age of 3. Fast forward, 1-year-old Ghanaian artist Ace Liam took up the challenge to break this record in an event in Accra from January 18 to January 20th, 2024. 4 months of an anxious wait, Ace Liam's mother, Chantel Egan, proudly announced yesterday at a press conference the official confirmation from Guinness World Records.
It's been months of anxiety and prayers. On Monday, 13th May 2024, we have received an email from the Guinness World Record, and we are overjoyed to announce that Ace Liam, at just 1 year and 152 days old, has been officially confirmed by Guinness World Record as the current holder, as the youngest male artist in the world.
With seasoned individuals falling short in similar endeavors, what is the secret behind Ace Liam's remarkable adherence to the rules?
His wasn't a marathon, first of all. It was an age-based thing. So he's clearly younger than the 3-year-old, which puts everything aside. I sent his birth certificate as proof. And the next thing was, it's up to me. I need to gather enough evidence for them to be able to say, okay, it is true. And that was easy. I'm quite meticulous, so I gathered all the information. My team was there to help. Everybody, even you, Jackie, you also did your part with press. Because it was also, yes, it was also a requirement. So I even submitted the interview you did, talking about Guinness and the requirement. And I think all of it pushed it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, talking about requirements, I think most of those who took part in the Guinness World Record challenges had issues when it comes to sticking with rules. How did you do that? Because it was recently in April that we had one Ghanaian student hack trees where he actually set a record. We didn't even know he was doing it. It just came that he won. But then people in the past have been talking about the fact that when it comes to rules, I think the lipstick marathon, he also had issues with sticking to rules, Ifwa Santua, Shafila, and so on. But how did you do it? And what were some of the rules that were difficult to stick by?
I think we stuck to all the rules. Someone might think we are bragging, but I think we left no rule unturned. There are even some rules that are hidden in other rules. For example, they give you a generalized rule and a specific rule.
Like a 3-in-1 rule.
Yes.
3A, 3B, 3C.
So they'll tell you, look for a specialist witness who is so and so and so. Make sure you look for the person's business card. It's so long. So you have to go back. They have like a 150-page guideline book, and most of the clues are hidden there. So you need to be able to read. Understanding the English that they've written is also part. So you can ask our PR. We printed everything out. 3 people were reading at the same time. And we were even cross-referencing English, how it was even written. For example, his first rule was, for clarity, the youngest, an artist is someone who is so and so, because usually people confuse artist with artist. Yeah. So they have said somebody who paints. So it's there. If he was singing, I wouldn't have gotten the record. Another thing was, they said the artwork should have been purchased and bought, but then it was bought and purchased. So do you sell the artwork before you exhibit it, or do you exhibit it before you sell it? And I was like, it's just a matter of English. At the end of the day, the artwork should be sold and it should be exhibited.
Chantel has hinted at the next chapter following this monumental achievement.
But until then, the next step is to have him do a solo exhibition. He's still 1 year and he'll turn 2 in July. So I'm making plans to organize his first solo exhibition for him, where he has the whole space to himself, his whole artwork.
Ace Liam has truly aced this milestone with finesse. For Joy News, I am Jacqueline Ansma Yabua.
Big congratulations to you, Ace Liam. Ghana is proud of you. And that's it for AM News. Up next is News Review. And we'll be joined in studio by Kwame Jantwa. He's an energy expert. My name is Denisia Poma Eje.